looking to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job. Let's go now. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Second and 11.
Here we go, set.
Austin brought in motion. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and there he goes. They got him. That is Bradley Chubb. Hard to stop. He comes up with the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
70 range. Ready.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Go ahead. Turbo 1, high. Scat.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Shaheed going to go in motion. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going forward with the option right. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Hey!
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Given 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
It's safe. Go ahead. Out.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, get set. Ready, set.
On play action, here's Tua. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Let's go.
The first carry down. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. They're indeed going going for it as they look to throw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. A gain of 3, second down.
You talk about this Miami defense.
It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just...
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll look to throw here.
Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
In motion right is Austin.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Calvin Austin.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. The point after, good by Groupie.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins are able to move back in front.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
Ready up.
7-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready, son?
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2. Out.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
He's got Smith here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Boston, the man in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Go, Lee. Go.
He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will stay a 4-point game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Go ahead. Out.
Tua going to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Ready.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Taken down by Pete Werner.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Or paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Right. Out.
Tua sets up to pass it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this route past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Ready. Get on.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And they'll get this to the 30.